Ugh, the Mage Next Door really finished 2025 with a whimper. This was a series I had some hopes for after reading the first chapter. It was fun, quirky, had a creative setup which I thought would allow it to do some pretty innovative things. But that vision has not really been brought to fruition. So far, the characters don't feel as charming as I thought they would be. The action or conflict is just not as creative as I thought it could be. And I think that the artist is struggling to keep up with the quality of his art now that he's on a weekly schedule. I have no doubts in my mind that maintaining a weekly series would be next to an impossible task for anyone. But it's tough to really get behind a series when you can see the strain on the artist. I'm hoping that a new year can mean a fresh start for this series as well. Here is a compilation of my 2025 reviews for The Mage Next Door. I like the new girl's energy so far, and she clearly has the potential to really help out based on all the work that she puts in, but she'll also bring a more of a straight man realism, I imagine, because so far, he's basically just been enabled by like the mini mages character, which again is really cute and is a merchandising opportunity for sure. But I think it'll be good to have that sort of balance. They catch him just before he can do an Avengers 2, and it looks like the pair will be showing up more often going forward. Fun little chapter. Happy to have it keep going. This week, the gang show up to a concept cafe because it has witches and a magic theme. Some funny hijinks ensue where the restaurant owner thinks that they are just customers who are super committed to the bit and doesn't realize that they are actually mages. Once they sort it out, they help her out using magic in a helpful way. It's a cute little chapter that was definitely funny. The art was a little rough this week, but that's bound to happen. They let us know that some big mage with a bunch of mage mooks is going to show up soon. Looks like the world will be built out a little bit more and we may get some bigger plot. I'm hoping for a little more to sink my teeth into with this series. It's just not grabbing me as strongly as chapter 1 did. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I think it could be a little more creative, maybe. Like, the magic really isn't playing a part in this at all. And it seems like it could have been something that was a bit more of a recurring piece of creativity. Also, characters' faces could have just a bit more polish overall. I know that weekly series are tough, but we are still pretty early on in the series and character faces are getting a little rough. And show off the big boss, who is the most generic, mustache-twirling, predictable bad guy you can think of. There's some action that happens from there, and I guess a fight will go down next chapter. The art is getting rough again, and not only the action, but even faces are just feeling rough. Another series that is definitely trending the wrong way. Osoegawa gets into a fight with the mustache-twirling villain, and he decides to pull out all of his magic and hit him all at once with it. And it just kind of smacks into him with a bunch of spells. Again, this is an opportunity to show some creativity with how magic is used, but instead it just kind of generically is all thrown out there with no rhyme or reason. Pretty disappointing, really. I mean, you set up a main character who has apparently a untold amount of spells that he is able to use, and most of them are worthless. Most of them are kind of stupid. With that kind of setup, you have the perfect opportunity and ability to come up with these creative solutions to problems you create, because again, you are the author. You can create problems and then you can create solutions that are a creative, interesting way of solving something, but instead you just created a generic situation with a generic villain and then took a bunch of kind of ideas and then made them a bunch of nothing. It could be better.